And here we are at the Superprestige round 3. The Jaarmarktcross at Niel. Long tarmac section before this first key section on the sand, and it was three-time winner Laurens Sweeck leading it out and getting riding as well. So big field here, 28 riders. Kevin Kuhn took the race on early on. This was going to be the key section of the race on this bank. We see Laurens Sweeck, the power, how he rode that one to take up into the lead, causing absolute chaos behind. You see riders Nieuwenhuis having problems. Nieuwenhuis was moving to the front. A rider having a great season so far. Did hit the front. Some other riders that we expected to be here. Felipe Orts, Cameron Mason, Toon Aert as well. Struggling to get on terms, but it was these front three group of riders, Vandeputte, Vandeputte and Sweeck, who did pull clear.
Yeah, we saw these front three soon make their way clear of the rest of the field. Nieuwenhuis with mechanical problems that we didn't see on screen, but it was these bankings time and time again. These were the front three riders who could ride them lap after lap, and that was the difference in the end.
It's crazy that just one key section like that, you could visibly see it split the difference in these front three to the other riders. Even a rider, Jenti Michaels, Verstringer, Orts, class cross riders, could not clear this bank section. We see Jenti Michaels here. And that's how they lost the race. They kept losing this front group of three. Coming back to the sand section, we saw Michael Vandeputte like 6 of 10. And Laurens Sweeck riding. Vandeputte hit the front again. The Alpecin rider, good form. He did get a gap at one point after the back of a good ride through the sand. But again, the front group of three, Vandeputte, Vandeputte and Sweeck pulled themselves clear.
As I say, each one of these front three had a really good go at winning this bike race. This was Niels Vandeputte's turn, but eventually dragged back by Laurens Sweeck over the course of a lap. Eventually, Michael Vandeputte hooked up with Sweeck, and they worked really well together to bring back that gap that had gone up to about 8 seconds.
We saw the odd mistake from Vandeputte and Laurens Sweeck, and that at one point gave Vandeputte the gap. But it was this sand section, the speed that Michael Vandeputte not just cleared it, but rode through. He closed right back up to the wheel of Vandeputte, brought Sweeck with him, and again, this front group of three pulled clear. Coming down to the bank on lap 9, Laurens Sweeck just having a little pause at the top. Vandeputte almost losing it, had to clip out. And it could cause a bit of chaos behind, but these group of three was still together as we hit the sand.
Yeah, sand for the final time. It was Michael Vandeputte leading. Just began to lose momentum about halfway down, and it meant that Laurens Sweeck rode kind of into the back of him, had to back off ever so slightly, came out of the rut as a result. And that was the opportunity that Michael Vandeputte tried to take, but in the end didn't have the legs to continue with this attack.
Yeah, and it was Laurens Sweeck on that transition section, applied the pressure and was just able to pull back. I thought Vandeputte was going to have it from here, but Sweeck did manage to pull back, and it was here where we saw Vandeputte attack. Vandeputte, he had a small issue off the back of this section. Laurens Sweeck moved past him over the top of the bank, got back onto the wheel of Vandeputte, and it was from here that Vandeputte had to let the wheel go. And it ended up with a 2-up sprint between Vandeputte and Laurens Sweeck. Coming round to the corner, Vandeputte let it out. I thought he had it, but Sweeck just coming round in the last stages to take it by half a wheel and to take his 4th win at the Superprestige Niel.